lot of people took notice when crews took down the sign outside Big State in downtown Irving in early 2024. Since then, people have been wondering what is next for that unique piece of history that hung on Main Street for so many decades. We have the person with the answers. Jenn Landry is Irving's Museums Director, and thanks for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, let's get right into it. What is next for the sign?
So we rescued the sign last year and have been looking for a home for it, and took a lot of feedback from the community and from city staff, and we plan to put the Big State sign in Heritage Park. We're really excited about that, and we're working right now to find the exact location, but it's going to be either on the stage structure or on a pole near the stage. So we're hoping it'll kind of become known as the Big State stage.
It has been a while since we have talked about this, so briefly remind people of the history of the sign.
So, Big State Drug and Fountain was an icon in Irving for decades. It was a drugstore and a soda fountain, and then eventually became a restaurant and sort of a classic 50s, hamburger soda fountain type shop. But the sign has been a landmark. I mean, it was, one of those things that people just always saw, always identified with, meet me near the Big State sign. So we knew we needed to rescue it when it became clear that the sign was going to be coming off the building.
And before it goes back up in Heritage Park, it needs some TLC. What needs to be done?
Yeah, so the neon needs repaired. We're actually looking into LED neon as a possible option, which would withstand Texas weather a little better than classic, glass-blown neon. And then it just needs some general paint and preservation, restoration work. So that's one of the things the Friends of the Irving Museums is raising money for right now to do.
And I saw that the Friends of the Irving Museums had a replica of the sign out at the recent Experience Main Street event. How is that being used?
Yes, our amazing Art Center staff built the replica sign for us. So we wanted to have it down for the big Main Street festivities this fall because Big State sign was such a big part of Main Street. And so we knew people would really love to see it, take their selfie with it. But we're using it to generate excitement and to help get people interested to raise funds for it, but also to share their stories. We're actively collecting stories, memories, photographs of the Big State sign so that it'll go in an app. And so when the sign is up, there'll be a way that people seeing the sign can scan, a QR code, access an app, and be able to access all those memories. Because we know in a generation, younger people will be like, why is that sign so important? Or why is it here? And we want people to be able to know why that sign matters so much to our community.
Tying in new technology with the past, great idea. And what is it about that sign that so resonates with people? Our videos on the sign have gotten thousands and thousands of views. So what is it about that sign?
I think it's beautiful, for one thing. It's nostalgic, right? Like, it's something that makes people want to think back to the old days. But it's also really important to Irving. Big State was just this landmark and this icon for so many decades, and people have so many memories connected with it. And so that sign is the symbol of that and that time period.
Jenn Landry, you are always welcome on this program. Thanks so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
And you can find a link to Friends of the Irving Museums at irvingarchivesandmuseum.com.